Hey all, this is Tom. Just a little update video to let you all know that the HFC Patreon will be undergoing a refresh pretty soon. Actually, at the time this video goes up, it should be roughly around the end of next week where the changes start to go into effect. Essentially, we're cutting out commissions. The backlog simply grew too large to sustain. It would be like we'd record a few, and we'd be like, yeah, we're doing pretty good. And then like one of us would get ill, and that would push the schedule back. And then 20 more would come in per month. Now, I'm very happy with the support that we got, and the money helped keep HFC going. But, you know, at this point, we're roughly about, almost 900 commissions deep into said backlog. And it's not sustainable as it is, so we're putting a pause on that, and we'll work through the backlog as we can. As to the changes that are coming, instead of like the randomly named tiers and whatnot, which honestly are a little bit confusing if you're just like glancing at the Patreon, we're going to be going with a new tier system: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Easier to understand at a glance, you know what you're getting, you know what tier you're on. Something we as a group decided would be better overall in terms of like optics and whatnot. Now, as for what these tiers entail, let me scroll down to my little list here. On bronze, which is $1, it's just the basic stuff. You'll get access to the Patreon Discord, and you'll also get access to the public HFC Discord, which frankly is a lot busier, so you'll get both of those. Going up a tier to silver at $5, you'll get everything you got in bronze. The early upload stuff is here, that's being carried over, so you'll get videos when they're done instead of when they're scheduled. Anything, you know, that comes after the early uploads post is done will be added to said post, so you can just grab that whenever you want. You'll also get access to polls, which will help us decide on various projects for HFC. Going up another tier to gold at $10, you'll be able to submit a question for the monthly HFC Q&A. These are no longer going to be tied to Tom Opens Up, so I'll be able to answer them in a much more timely manner. Finally, platinum at $20, something a little bit new. You'll get everything mentioned in previous tiers, but this actually grants access to new Patreon exclusive videos whenever we have some available. Let me be completely transparent with this. This does not affect any of our regular content. Like, none of the LPs or playthroughs, stuff like that, will be behind a paywall. This is strictly stuff exclusively, as I said before, for the Patreon. And this can range from anything from, like, quick looks, in-depth thoughts on current games, movies, etc. You know, stuff that we would like to do in our spare time, but we still feel is substantial enough to warrant putting on the Patreon. Now, obviously, since we're not going to be taking commissions anymore, a large amount of the money is going to disappear from the HFC Patreon. That's fine. I've said on Twitter, etc., that I'm more than willing to take a pay cut if I don't have to worry about the backlog growing and growing and growing. You know, some things just had to change if this whole Patreon shtick was going to be sustainable. And quite frankly, for someone who doesn't know a jot about business, I don't think we've done too badly since it launched back in 2017. But, you know, you can always self-reflect, you can always try to do better. Hopefully, these new tiers meet with your approval. If, you know, you have any qualms, any queries, please let us know in the comments below. You know, it doesn't have to say static forever. We can always update and whatnot. And obviously, as we, you know, comb through the backlog, we get closer to finishing it, there's nothing to say that we can't open smaller tiers with like a hard cap so you guys can commission TV and movie comms again. But for the time being, that's gone. So, thank you for listening. And hopefully you continue to support us on Patreon. If not, thank you for just listening. I'll see you later for another HFC update video. Bye-bye.